Hello guys and welcome to PRL Division 1 round 13 at the Belgian Grand Prix, and as you can see we have a mixed condition qualifying. Let me just turn that off, that's quite annoying. Yeah, we have mixed conditions for qualifying, and by the way, Div 2 just went. Who knows what we're going to get in store for the race. If you haven't seen Div 2, I'm just going to say the weather was dry, wet, dry, inters, all of them. Literally all tyre compounds were used, pretty much. So this could be a very interesting one if it goes that way as well. But we'll see what kind of tyres people are on. A lot of people are on the supers, so I have, well, actually, not a lot of people have gone out. I want to say Ollie is the first one out, or is it? No, is someone... There's a lot of people in front of that. I think McSendit is the first one out. For qualifying, so we will see, well, when they get round, are they going to go for actual laps, or are they going to back off just towards the end on the super softs? And obviously the soft runners will go flat out, you would presume. So yeah, struggling with what to say. Oh yeah, sorry, just a disclaimer. If I stop talking for a minute, it's because I'm either thinking of what to say, or I'm stumbling, stuttering. Still can't think of the right words. Just want to put that out there. I'm expecting probably a pole time low. I want to say obviously McSendit using all the track space he starts his flying lap. Put a lap delta on. He does a bit off the apex of turn 1, but he gets a nice exit and probably decoy key corner on the track. Keep the speed through Rouge. You can get a lot of speed down this straight, as he does. He keeps the speed very nicely. Does take quite a wide line, but he doesn't have to lift at all. He brakes down to 4th gear for the Lecom chicane, which is actually 3 parts and not actually much of a chicane. And I can never remember which one this is. I think it's Mirage. Mirage? No, Rivage. And now, yeah, through towards P1 now. Or another of the key corners. There's probably 3 key corners on this track. Well, Rouge / Radion being one, P1 being another, and Blanchimont being the other one. But Blanchimont is kind of the easiest one of all of them, as he comes up to Stabilo 2 and the second sector split. What is the time going to be? It's a 29.4 middle sector. I don't know how good. I think that is reasonably quick. And we'll see where. Well, what McSendit chooses to do. Is he going flat out to the line, which will give us an indication probably of weather, because I'm assuming it's dry if he's going for a flat out run to the line. Gary says, "Rick, do me proud." So, oh, okay. My expectations are correct. We've already started with a 41.5, which is exactly where I thought people would be. Now, who was the next one? It was... No, it wasn't. It was Lambo, I want to say. Janul sets a 42.2. I'm pretty sure that's Rick. Correct me if I am wrong, Gary. But we'll follow on board with Lambo, see what he set, as no one is yet to beat McSendit, and still no one is yet to beat McSendit. The closest is 5 attempts between him and Francis, so well, the closest gap to him. Anyone close to finishing their lap? But we'll go on board with Killer Blue now in the Renault. I do not know the situation with standings, so do forgive me about that. I don't know if the standings have even been updated, but Killer Blue goes 4th with his lap and is instantly beaten by Lee Finley, who goes 3rd. What did I say, 4th? I meant 3rd originally, and got beaten. Who else is on a lap? Why do I keep clicking on Kantara? Michael is not on a lap, so I think... Is it Spinex or Spinex? Or a Spine? I'll just call him Spine. That's much more, easier. Much more easier. But on the medium compound of tyres, this is just going to be a pure banker. And it is a 46.4, so not actually the best lap. I don't know if people are going for second runs on these super softs, but I'm expecting, yeah, McSendick comes into the pits, and Michael, I think, is about to start his lap. Is he? Or is he coming into the pits? No, Michael is also coming into the pits. None. Is that meant to say none? I've just worked that out. They have Mitch winning, send it about 32 points behind. Okay, so Mitch is winning. Mitch is yet to set the lap, saying that he's now out on the soft tyres, ready to do a run. So we will see what Mitch can do on. I don't know if this will be, well, it shouldn't be his flying lap, I'd think, with 11 minutes left in the session. Bit wide off the apex of turn 1. But once again, it does allow him to get quite a good exit out of turn 1 as he runs down now towards Irouge and Radion, and actually sticks a lot closer to the line than McSendit did on his flying lap. So better run through there by Mitch, the two championship rivals, obviously, as I now know. Neo to win after Div 2 race, got to keep my tips going. Okay, I can see what you mean with the wet weather. So I'm reading V5's comment, and I have no clue what it means. I see bottle. Is it bottle? Is it someone bottling? Someone's gonna bottle. Okay, someone's gonna cover their eyes or something. It's gonna be like disgraceful, and then someone's gonna have a drink afterwards, or gonna be drunk when they bottle. I don't know if that was any good, V5, but do let me know, please. Yeah, I want to I will interact with the chat quite a lot, mainly because of my stuff. But we will see where Mitch. I didn't actually check the sector splits because I was reading the chat. Sorry about that. But Mitch now coming up to the final chicane. I'm a bottle job. Face palm. Cheers. Nice try though. Okay, that's a bit random, but Mitch comes up to the line on a 42.7, so he's a good second off Send It there. I want to say he was not pushing that hard, but we will see. Belgium is quite a difficult track for a lot of people. Some people can't really get the best of runs around here. We'll go on board with Neo, who I think is coming up to start a lap. My brother in the Toro Rosso. But if the race goes like Div 2, the Toro Rossos aren't going to get very far. But I'm saying that now. Actually, no, the Toro Rosso might make it to about lap 16. But then Neo might, or one of them's going to suffer badly. If it goes like Div 2. Yellow's in Sector 3, I'm assuming that is Zoom. Yes, it is. We'll stick with Neo as he is coming towards the end of the straight. I want to say a 29 is where you want to be, and it is indeed a 29.5 first sector. It's really good, so well, quite good. So we will see what Neo can do from here. Second gear, quickly up to third, and revs out that fourth gear. Keeps it in fifth actually, so that surprised me because I would have dropped down. But as we come to Huon now, that is a slight lift on the way in, and now into 8th and back down to 4th for the Fania chicane. I completely forgot the name of that corner earlier. He drags it right out to the white line, and now for Stavolo, nicely done, and the sector split is a 29.5 again. That's exactly the same sector time. Okay, he's done exactly the same sector time in the first sector as in the second sector, so don't know how. But as he comes up to final chicane now, well, I think it is still called the bus stop chicane, but really isn't a bus stop anymore. We'll see where this puts Neo in the terms of the order. It puts him straight up to P2, so a very good lap from Neo. 7 minutes left of this session. A lot of people back on track, but Neo has decided to call that quits as well. Not a 41.8, good enough for him, clearly. So we have who's furthest on track? Oh, Jano has just beaten Francis, but sorry, Francis is just beating Jano again, and McSendit, and Michael has now gone to the top of the leaderboard. But then McSendit takes it back. It is only a 24,000th gap now. 200ths of a second separate the top two. So we have a battle for pole on our hand. Michael has shown up to the fight, and he seems like he's not going to back down easily. But McSendit holds on to provisional pole for now. There are a lot of yellows, a lot of people slowing down. There's Michael going off the track, but I think McSendit has backed off the lap. Wait. Oh, it's Kalik, not Rick. I'm stupid. I've only just read that. I've read Kalik and went, oh yeah, that's Rick. Give me a minute to just contemplate my life. Anyway, I didn't see Rick's name. I only noticed that when I saw Rick's name, and I'm like, wait, that's Rick. Who's Jano? That's bad. That is bad. I think Marquise is on a lap now, as he's coming up to P1 on the softs. I don't know what his situation in the championship in the top 10. But Marquise and Zoom only ones not to set a lap yet. Zoom's still in the pits, so Marquise is still a banker, but maybe he won't go out again. I do not know. But 29.5 sector split on the soft tyres. That is a very good middle sector from Marquise's as he comes up to Blanchimont now. I need to get a map of this circuit just so I can tell how many corners there are. Cantera does move out of his way just before the final corner braking zone. He locks both fronts. And does he get through? He gets through to the final corner, and he crossed the line, and he's 10th place. I was taking headphone out. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Marquez is in the top 10, on the edge of the top 10, with those soft tyres. The field, I'd say, representative laps-wise, they are split by about a second all round. I don't know who's on a lap. Is Killer Blue on a lap? No, I don't think he is. I think he's just put a lap in that's put him 5th. Is Mitch Emery on a lap. He's in a 29.7 first sector, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure if this is a proper lap, but it looks like it is. Most definitely, he's pushing very hard on. Well, actually, no, it is because on his first lap he set a 42.7 on the softs. I want to say, yeah, he did. So his championship rival is still on pole, 1.4 seconds up the road. So Mitch has a lot of work to do in this qualifying session, but if anyone's going to do it, it's Mitch, as he's probably proved a lot this season. I haven't really watched much Div 1, I've been watching Div 3, mainly because I'm in it, as a commentator, but I have had the opportunity to commentate over Div 1, which I am honoured to do, and Mitch is going in the pit, so it's not even a proper lap, and Mitch clearly speeds into the pit lane. A lot of people coming out on their outlaps now. Michael is one of them. We also have Poe, Janul, Rick, Ollie and Zoom all on outlap. Zoom is quite far around, so we're going to watch Zoom I'm assuming by the fact that a lot of people are on the super softs that we're having a dry race. Which, I mean, there's going to be more overtaking, then the Div 2 race strategy is going to be not as important, really. But here comes Zoom for his first flying lap, and he gets a bit of wheel spin at the final corner. And here he goes, into turn 1, down to first gear. Gets a bit, not the best drive out of the turn 1, but he's still able to carry on. As now the run down to Eau Rouge and Radion. Does he take a curb? Yes, he does. He nails the line through Radion, and now little bit of a slipstream off his teammate. This has been planned. This has been planned perfectly by Williams teammates of Cantera and Zoom. The two Spaniards plan that to perfection as Zoom now through the Lacombe chicane nails all 3 apexes as he comes down now to Rivage, and he takes an early apex instead of a late one and gets a nice drive into the newly named X corner. I think it's now called the X corner instead of Speaker's corner. And Papu on a bit wide, but he uses all the track that he can, and that is good. He revs out 7th gear as he comes into Fanya, on his first flying lap. And he's going to encounter a bit of traffic now as he comes down the back stretch through Stavolo, not held up. McSender is one of those cars, and the other is his teammate of Spine, and I'm assuming they're going to do exactly what the Williams have done with the tow. But there's 40-ish seconds left of this qualifying session. So Zoom, I'm assuming he won't get another chance to improve this lap. Where is this lap going to put Zoom? It is going to put him into 4th place. And I think, yeah, that is it for Zoom. Zoom has qualified into 4th. But McSend now with Spine. Spine has gone wide. And I think that is Spine's qualifying over. Yes, it is. Spine will be starting last on the grid for this Belgian Grand Prix. But McSend not risking the curb, and might have cost him a little bit of a speed as it might have been rubbed off as he went a bit wider. Down the straight now, what's the sector split going to be? It is a 29.4, and Michael has gone back on pole with all 41.0, and that is the time for McSendit to beat. And Mitch, all the others in that battle. Francis is in that battle as well. Don't rule anyone out, actually, at this point, other than the ones that have finished, like Ollie and Janel, who is in the pits, and all the others that have retired. Rick actually went 5th. I did not notice that. Spine to get podium from the back. I am not going to make predictions because I normally make a fool of myself when I first commentate over a race. Lambo has retired after putting his car in 10th, but Mitch, Marquises and Lee Finley are all behind him, so this may not be over for Lambo in the top 10. But Michael, I don't know if he's got enough time to go on another lap. Well, he crossed the line before the timer went over, but has he got enough fuel? Has he got enough ERS? And he's got enough tyres? But here comes McSendit up to the final chicane. Lee Finley jumps to 6, so Lambo has been knocked out. Poe now on the edge of the top 10. McSendit up to the line, doesn't go pole. It's only a 41.2, and Michael is on provisional pole still. Francis now, he's also on coming up to the line. Zoom has backed off. So it's Francis now, and whoever's in front of him, which I think is Mitch. Is it Mitch? No, it's... no, yeah, it's Mitch. Mitch coming up to the line, goes 3rd place. Francis up to the line, takes 3rd back off him by the slenderest of margins. And Marquises goes up to 3rd. Marquises up to 3rd in that McLaren. After being at the back for a while because of just the tyres he chose. We have Michael... and Michael is the last car on the track who has got pole, so congratulations to Michael on the pole. He gets pole by 1.5 tenths, about that, from McSendit. We have Marquises in 3rd, Francis in 4th, with Machinery not sharing the same rows in, but Mitch right behind him on the third row with Zoom. Rick and Cantera share the fourth row with Lee and Neo wrapping up the top 10. So Neo set his lap very early on and has managed to stay in the top 10 with that. So well done to Neo. Killer Blue and Poe share the sixth row. Lambo and Janot on the seventh, and rounding up the grid, Ollie and Spine at the back of the grid after Spine didn't really get a representative lap in. I think this is on board with Mitch. Yes, the championship leader has qualified fifth, so it's not the worst qualifying, but for him, he needs to get a lot of, well, it needs to try and get ahead of the second placed man of McSendit, who is 32 points behind, but that gap, if Mitch just doesn't finish one race, that gap could evaporate like that. Yeah, there is your grid that I've already run through. The top 10 separated by 7/10 in the end, and the top 15 are separated by 1.1, and the top 14 by 8, so 0.8, so very close qualifying. Except from, I think the biggest gap is probably Michael, so we have a hell of a race on our hands, and I'm assuming it's going to be dry, but I do not know, as a commentator doesn't get to see the weather situation before the race, or before the quali either. But there we go, dry race as it seems to be. You see all the cars forming up there, ready to go on their formation lap. I think because a lot of people are on the super softs, it's going to probably be a one-stop. But that is an early pit. You pit very early if you want to do that one-stop. So, yeah, it's going to be... Tyre wear is always a struggle around this track, really. But with Div 1 drivers, you'd assume they can handle it. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be in Div 1. But as we are just waiting for the drivers to confirm their strategies, the ones we really need to focus on are McSendit and Mitch, who's second and fifth respectively, but also Michael in the prime position to take this race. But with there being such long straights and it being such a long track for the formation lap, tyres, you can actually warm up your tyres, but I found that tyres do take quite a while to warm up around this track. That's not the easiest thing to do, so with maybe cold tyres at the start, McSendit has a real opportunity of slipstreaming Michael down into turn 1. And that is what McSendit needs to really close in on Mitch. Because as it stands, even though the race hasn't started, but if these cars kept this position, I think, how many points would he find? 32. So McSendit would close up to 24 points, which is within one race victory. So if McSendit was to win at Italy and Mitch was to retire, McSendit would be leading the championship by a point. That is your scenario that I will probably discuss later in the race. But Michael now trying to hold up the pack again. He has kind of did pull away. He's trying to get back with McSendit, keep him under control. But the gap behind him from McSendit to Marquises is quite a big gap, but it is closing down. And Francis as well got quite a big gap behind him. Field is in little groups. It's not fully bunched together. But Michael now going very slow through Blanchimont as he tries to I think he's just trying to back up the other guys. And now the AI takes control of his car as they form up the start of this Belgian Grand Prix. Francis is actually overtaking Marquez on the formation lap, and they are ghosting inside of each other. A lot of cars are doing the exact same thing with Zoom and Mitch as well going very slowly. But Michael is forming up to the grid now. There you go. Michael onto his grid slot. The start of this Belgian Grand Prix. We have Spine forming up right at the back after what a disaster of a qualifying he had. And Michael now will lead us away. What is this camera angle? I want a better camera angle. There we go. We got a better camera angle. 5 red lights. And they are out for this Belgian Grand Prix. Bit of a delayed start, but Michael gets a very good start. McSendit. Not a ball. There's a Ferrari and a Renault going sideways at the back of the field. And that is Poe and Killer Blue. I didn't see if there were any other incidents back there, but Lambo has dropped a place. I do know that. Yeah, Poe at the back now, massive front wing damage. But Michael, after a great start, is now... Oh, McSendit is right over him on the outside, though. So Michael has the inside to defend against McSendit. Marquises is right there as well. McSendit is going to hold that line. And is he going to take P1? McSendit around the outside. No, he's going to get squeezed out. And Marquises is going to join the battle. And is he going to hold on to P2? Marquises going to squeeze McSendit. And Marquises is up to P2 now. Very good move from Marquises, taking advantage of that. Killer Blue has already retired from this Grand Prix after the collision with Poe. But Michael holds on to P1 with McSendit losing the place. And Mitch has actually got past Francis, his teammate. So now Francis is on the back of his championship rival, McSendit. That was a car going flying, and that was Zoom. Zoom has gone absolutely flying into the barrier. That was a really dangerous accident there. I don't know what happened, but he went full speed into that barrier. And yeah, I just don't know what happened to that Williams, but he joins the retirement on lap 1. No safety car for that incident, but Marquises is actually going to overtake Michael now, and McSendit's on the back of Michael as well. Michael defends from McSendit as Mitch goes round the outside of McSendit, has the inside for the second corner and takes that P3. So Mitch has already got past his championship rival and now chasing down Michael and Marquises. Marquises into the lead of this race, making up 2 positions, with Mitch also making up 2 positions, and McSendit loses 2 positions. Who else has gained? Spine has actually gained 10 positions in this race so far, as we're on board with Michael chasing that McLaren, and he's got the tow, he's got the slipstream, and he hasn't got DRS yet, but he's got a lot of ERS to challenge Marquises. Marquises surely has to go late on the brakes to defend this. Michael round the outside, keeps the position. Michael is slightly ahead. Marquises is going to stay ahead, is he? Yes, but look at Mitch. Mitch right in this battle now. Michael goes up the inside, but Marquises is just ahead. Michael's still there. They're side by side as they come to X corner. X corner, Michael has to back out. Mitch, slight contact there too. Michael on the inside of P1 backs out, but Mitch has hit him there, has he? No, I don't know. But this is great racing at the front of the field. McSendit looks for it, but he can't. Mitch now all over the back of Michael's diffuser. There's a bit of lag from... I'm not entirely sure, but Michael is lagging slightly. And he's kind of fallen off Marquises now. And he's getting chased by Mitch down to Blanchimont. Is Mitch going to be close enough for a dive into the final chicane? Is this Mitch moving into... No, it's not. It's Michael going down the inside of Marquises. And Marquises is still there. I cannot tell where Michael is. Michael is ahead. Michael is ahead now of Marquises. Mitch sets the fastest lap of the race. And is he going to go down the inside of Marquises? No. McSendit's still in there, but a bit further back and actually getting trouble from Francis now, the Sauber driver. So we need to watch out for that one as well. But Michael back into the lead of this race after Marquises' brief stint at the front. Marquises is going to come back though, is he? He's going to have DRS this lap as DRS has been deployed. Marquises is coming back down the inside. It switches camera angle. You can see that McLaren is in front. Michael has to back out. And Mitch with the tow really couldn't do much. But Mitch is actually right there now. Right back on the back of Michael again. We're in the same scenario as last lap. Just Marquises is slightly further ahead. This actually hurt my head. I speak so fast. But yeah, now Marquises back in the lead with Mitch still trying to find a way back back past Michael. Michael just gets the run into the final chicane, and just Mitch can't really keep up with him. Neo gets the first penalty of the race that I've seen, and he's down in 12th, so he's lost out 2 positions. I think that was probably on the opening lap as well. But Michael and Mitch, it's kind of evening out again now, but Michael here's going to have the toe down to Blanchimont and the final chicane again. Mitch not... Oh, he's gaining now, Mitch. Mitch is gaining big time. Is he going to be... No, he's fallen back a little bit through Blanchimont. And Michael is going to be able to stick right behind Marquises as they go through the final corner. DRS flap opens for Michael. Is he going to be close enough to challenge into turn 1? No. He will stick behind down the straight. Michael, a very experienced racer in this league, and he knows exactly where to place his car. And he's doing everything right now to challenge Marquises at the top of the straight as it continuously rises from here to the Le Combe chicane. Michael in the DRS, he's got the slipstream, he's going to be... Is he completely ahead? Yes, he is. He cuts off Marquises. And Marquises back down to 2nd. Mitch now still stuck behind in 3rd place. He cannot get involved with these two battling. But looking good for Mitch so far, as he's still ahead of his championship rival and extending his lead at this point in the race. Who is the biggest loser? Except from the retired guys, it's Lee. Lee, with that first lap collision with Poe, has lost 5 positions. Oh no, it wasn't Lee. It wasn't Lee. What am I talking about? Oh, that is Francis. Has lost a lot of positions out of Eau Rouge. He's had a half spin, I want to say, and he's now battling with Neo. He was 5th. He was 5th, I want to say. So he's lost a lot of positions. And Michael still in front of Marquises, but now Mitch has a very good opportunity. And Marquises does he? No, Marquises is closing right up to the back of Michael. They're going to be side by side into the chicane. Is Mitch going to have anything to do with this? He's got a great toe now. He's going to have to stick behind though. Marquises goes really late on the brakes and actually off the circuit. Marquises is off the circuit and he's going to lose both positions now. Mitch gets past Marquises as he goes wide. I think he clipped the grass on entry. And Mitch is actually into P1. Mitch into P1, he's got ahead of Michael, but Michael is going to have the toe and the DRS down the straight. This is going to be, I think, Michael in first by the end of the straight, but we'll have to wait and see. Francis pits after that error, and Michael is just ahead of... Oh, here comes Marquises as well. Marquises is going to be side by side with Michael by the end of the straight. Mitch has lost 2 positions, and Michael and Marquises take them both back. Mitch back down to 3rd. Oh, and McSendit's dropped. McSendit has dropped. I do not know what's happened to McSendit, but he's got half a front wing. I think he's crashed up the top of Eau Rouge. Oh, that was very close by Mitch. To the back of Marquises, but McSendit. That is big for the championship. McSendit now on the points and Mitch running on the podium. So we'll see if Mitch can keep this up and McSendit maybe can get back in the points, but there's still 17 long laps of this race left to go, so we will see what will happen from now to the end. But Mitch, Marquez and Michael battling hard. Rick closing in on this front 3 as they battle, and yeah, I'm not ruling him out of anything. Those 3 behind him, there's about 5 cars behind them actually that are not. I'm not ruling out. Michael and Marquez go side by side again. Marquez actually gets it slowed down this time. Look at Rick. Rick gains so much in the braking zone. Janel and Lambert and Spine get past Cantera as he goes into the pit, but Rick gains so much on this front 3 as we went into the bus stop. And now Mitch could have a very good run at Michael. He's got the double toe, and maybe Mitch can do something, but it's very hard to overtake a car that also has slipstream. So we will see as we come down the Kemmel Straight for the 6th time in this race. Michael is going to go to the outside on Marquez's. Is he going to be able to hold it like he did? And he's straight round the outside. No question about it. Marquez's couldn't really do anything. And McSendit's in the pit. So that is big news for the championship. This Belgian Grand Prix has not gone well for the Sauber of McSendit. Started second, now down in 14th. And in the pit, so he's going to be a long way behind everyone else. But Michael back into the first position on the track. And Mitch really needs to... really kind of needs to win this race. It would help him a lot in terms of the championship. But Michael doing a very good job to just time his overtakes at the right point. At the end of the straights, sorry, so we can hold on to those positions. And now I don't know if Marquez is going to be able to catch up to him by the end of this lap. I don't know by the next. Oh no, that's big news. That is big news. Marquez has lagged out of the session. He is disconnected, and that means Mitch is going to move into P2. But they all pit. It is lap 6 here, and they have all decided to come into the pits except from Janul, who's on the softs. Lambo on the supers staying out, and Spine on the softs also staying out. Ollie on the medium staying out. Everyone else has come into the pits. Marquez has come into the pits, but oh, Marquez is stuck in the pits anyway. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but Marquez has gone. If he can rejoin, he might not lose too much time because of the position of his car on track. But Mitch did lose about half a second, I want to say, to Michael, maybe. But Mitch now has the medium tyres on. Michael also has the medium tyres on. So this is just a straight scrap to the end now. 16 laps of pure entertainment, you would think, unless one of them can wriggle free of the slipstream. But these cold tyres are not going to do them nicely at the start of this stint. You can see with that's Cantera is going to get past Marquez's, and actually into a provisional third place is Cantera. Rick actually lost a few positions. I do not know what happened to Rick. He's been overtaken again by Francis now, and Poe right on his rear. Poe going for a move into Puon. Poe and Rick both go wide. Bit audacious from Poe, but he does actually get it. They both went wide, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. McSendit 22 seconds behind now. But Spine on the back of Lambo. Is Lambo going to box this lap? As he is on the super softs, he does box this lap indeed. So Spine has been let free now. I don't know why I keep going to say 3 instead of 3, as in the number 3 instead of the word 3. No, that's what I'm trying to say. But Michael is going to move into 4th, but Mitch has gained a bit of time back, and he now has the toe. So this is a big chance for Mitch to get the lead of this race from Michael. These two have been putting on a show with Marquez's. Marquez's has managed to join back, but how much time has he lost? I think he's lost about, I want to say 3-4 seconds. No, actually, it's a bit more than that. It's about 5-6 seconds at the moment. But as you say that, Mitch is ahead of Michael down the straight. McSendit sets the fastest lap of the race. That means nothing at this point. Francis, yellow flags are out. Don't know what that was for, but Francis did lose a position to Poe. So Michael now has lost 4 positions. Mitch actually up 1, but I'm assuming Michael started on pole, so at the moment he's provisional 2nd. But Cantera is right there. He is gaining on these guys. 1.8 seconds the gap. Is Marquez back in his car yet? He is. Marquez is back in this race. So he has solid pace. I don't know how far behind these guys he is. Let's just check. He is he's 6-ish, let's say 6-ish seconds behind these guys now at the lead of the race, which isn't as much as he would have been fearing, I don't think. 6 seconds, yeah, it seems like a lot, but it can still get him a podium if he pulls all the right tricks. out of the hat. Now Michael is going to have a tow on Mitch as we come down the Kemmel Straight for lap 9. But look at Cantera, he's only 2 seconds back from these guys. And if these guys get penalties, then it could make this race very interesting towards the end. Cantera definitely not out of this. Lambo in provisional... I don't know if he's in provisional 4th, because Janul has gone very long on these tyres. And was in that battle with Lambo, and I think it was Spine as well. Yeah, Spine as well. But a bit of grass from Michael. Lambo actually gets a penalty, but Michael is cleanly ahead of Mitch as we enter the braking zone. And Marquez has left again. No, again. Marquez has lagged out a second time, and you think now the podium chances are gone if he does get back in. Check the tyres, they're on. It's showing Odems on the super softs at the moment. I hope that isn't correct. I think he is. Oh no, he's not. He's on the mediums. Sorry for that, Shadow. They're on. They're all on mediums except from the top 2 who are yet to pit, and the gap. Actually, the top 3. Sorry, I forgot about Ollie. The gap is closing down, so Michael is in provisional 1st, with Mitch in provisional 2nd, but the rest of the order, not entirely sure. I think Cantera and Lambo are safe now, and probably Poe. But the rest of the order, Rick, after a solid drive, is down in 9th at the moment. He was 4th, and on the back of the 3 that were battling for the lead. It's now the 2 that are battling for the lead. But is Mitch going to be close enough? Surely he is. Still, the top 3 stay out. I don't know how long they're taking it. Probably till super soft, so probably lap 16-ish. If not, maybe slightly before that. But Cantera is actually losing a bit of time because he hasn't really got the toe. But now Mitch up the hill, up the top of Radion. He's a bit far back actually, Mitch. Is he going to be able to make this move down the Kemmel Straight? No, he's not. He's very far back from Michael. So Michael managed to gap him enough that an overtake cannot be achieved. So Mitch really has to reel him back in on this lap to keep that slipstream strong. Marquez has dropped down to 13th now. And McSendit is still in 14th, so unless there's a lot of crashes, I don't see McSendit getting points here, but who knows what can happen. We've had Marquez's lag out, so definitely don't know what was going well. Marquez, you were doing very well. You were doing extremely well, considering you were in and out of first place quite a lot. There's yellow flags. That is Cantera, who was in provisional 3rd and now has no front wing and has been passed by Marquez. That shows some skill. Marquez is overtaking someone and he's not even driving. That is some skill there. Even if the car was on the side of the road, still. But now Janel does pit. Formerly known as Kalik, he is into the pits now, and Poe is lagged out the session now. So Poe, who is running very strongly in probably is provisional 4th place at the moment, he is also disconnected. That is going to cost him quite a few places if he can get back. But Lambo now is going to go past Janul. Poe's ghost car is probably going to go past. No, Janul has got out before Lambo, so Janul has got into provisional. Oh, Cantera has decided to retire his car, but now Janul on the provisionally on the podium. Mitch once again not close enough to Michael to get that great toe down the straight, and Michael maintains provisional P1, but is P3 at the moment. But if Janel's just pit on the softs, you'd think Spine is going to do the same, but Janel pit for the mediums, which is slightly bizarre. Maybe he just couldn't take those softs any longer, but yeah, I'm thinking Ollie is the one that'll go super softs at the end, but he's getting caught quite quickly by Rick gets a 3-second penalty, but Ollie is getting caught quite quickly by these 2. battling for the lead, still on lap 11. So this is the halfway point of the race, as Spine still going strong, but I think he may box this lap. Is he going to box? No, Spine stays out again. So he's done 11 laps on these tyres. He will do another lap, and Ollie actually pits. Ollie pits really early for the soft tyres. He's going to do 11 laps on the softs instead of going longer on the mediums and taking them for the supers. So Spine actually going very long on his soft tyres. But that promotes Michael and Mitch into the podium, well, both into podium positions. And it will give, well, will Ollie come out? He will come out. Will he come out behind his teammate? He will not. He's going to come out just behind Rick. Poe has joined back. And Poe, Ghost Car, is actually just ahead of Ollie right now. So, I'm assuming through Eau Rouge, Ollie might get him back. No, does he? No. Mitch did close up slightly to Michael there. It's now 3 tenths the gap instead of 5 tenths. But Michael has got what it takes to just pull away exactly when he needs to keep this lead. Yellow's in sector 3. Who is in sector 3? There's no one in sector 3, so we will ignore that. Lambo now on the back of Janelle, but actually further back there's a freeway battle for what is P6 on track. Francis, Rick and Neo. Neo actually gets a penalty for going wide at Puon, so it's not going to help his chances of holding on to this position towards the end. Mitch gaining back up to Michael again. It's now 4 tenths. Is Mitch going to be close enough into the braking zone of the final chicane? He is gaining. He's gaining. Is he going to... No, he's not going to gain enough, I don't think. But we'll go back to this battle for P6. As look at Francis. He's right over the rear wheels of Neo. And he's going to send one down the inside of the chicane. Neo sees him, but can't get it turned in. And Francis takes that P6. Neo... Oh, there's the Force India of Rick backwards spinning as he was side by side with Neo actually at the final chicane. And a collision, I think a slight tap has put him off. But now Mitch in DRS... He's literally right on the back of Michael. Can he make a dive to the inside? No, once again, he stays behind the Ferrari. This is Ferrari versus Mercedes, as in real life. Michael doing a very good job. Lambo and Janul battling for this, what is provisionally the last spot on this podium. Francis stays ahead of Neo in P6. These guys giving it all they can. Lee Findlay in that battle as well. He's closing into that battle, and I think Poe is back in the car now. Still in the points, so he's done a very good job to keep that in the points. Well, his Ghost Car has done a very good job to keep that in the points, but Mitch closing in on Michael lap by lap, and he's getting closer to overtaking him every single lap. Last lap he was right up his tail. Yellow's in sector 2. Who is that? It is Ollie. Ollie has lost his front wing. Oh no, Marquez didn't join back. I forgot that. Yeah, but Ollie spun up Puon, and now that's a big repair job for the Red Bull team. Spine actually comes into the pits now, so we're going to see Michael resume the actual lead of this race, and probably is Spine going to come out ahead or behind of Janul? I think he's going to be behind. Yes, Ollie has retired, but now Mitch, look how close Mitch is now. Surely he has to push up Eau Rouge if he wants any chance of closing that gap enough. Here we go, up Eau Rouge, and on to the exit of Radion. I don't know if he's going to get this done. He's about, I think he's further back than last lap actually, let's be honest, but he's got a great toe now. Is he going to be close enough again? I don't think he is. He goes to the end, no, he backs out again. So Mitch still behind Michael with 8 laps of this Grand Prix to go. Janul actually onto the podium, but Lambo right behind now, with Francis and Spine has actually come out into P6, and he's only about 5 seconds off the podium now, so he's got a real chance. If he can get past Francis, he's got a real chance of this podium. And it'll be an excellent drive from Spine, who actually started last, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Spine started last in this Grand Prix. He started from 16th place, and he is up to 6th, which he could turn into maybe a podium at the end of this. That's a phenomenal drive. But at the moment we have Janul holding down that 3rd position, and Lambo's actually fallen back slightly. I don't know if there's something's happened, but he's lost a bit of time through that middle sector. But Mitch now 7 tenths back on Michael. He is losing a bit of time now down those straights. Is he saving ERS? I do not know. But he might have a chance on this lap. Who knows? Michael sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and that is why Mitch fell back. Michael has just gone quickest of everyone, and he's pulled out quite a decent gap on Mitch. It's now nearly 7 tenths as they go down the old pit straight and up to Radion again. Once again, Michael gonna hold off Mitch. Again, I think this is about the 5th lap in a row we've been in this scenario where they haven't been able to overtake. But Lambo, once again, not close enough to Janul. And Spine is on the back of Francis. Is this going to be the overtake for 5th place? Spine goes to the outside. Francis going to hold the inside. Francis going to go deep. And he's slightly off the track. But Spine doesn't get past. Spine has to get past soon if he wants this podium, because Francis is holding him up a treat. Look at him though, he's practically pushing Francis with those fresh super softs on that Sauber. There he goes to the inside of Puan. Is he going to make it? No, he has to back out. Goes slightly wide as well. But don't rule Neo out. Neo in the background with that Toro Rosso is in this battle for P5, no doubt about it. But Francis picks up a penalty for multiple warnings of exceeding track limits or corner cutting. Doesn't matter which one, it's exceeding track limits either way. But now Spine has a great run on Francis. Surely this could be the overtake for 5th. He's not going to go to the outside of Blanchimont, is he? He's being patient. He's being very patient. He's still in the slipstream. He's side by side with Francis now. He's going to go to the outside of the chicane, and he is going to get this move done for P5. But now the only issue is that Francis is not only going to have DRS, he's going to have all the tow down the back straight. But has Spine got a big enough of a gap on Francis already to hold him off? That is the real question. Oh, Mitch now right on the back of Michael. Michael maybe going to lose the lead here on lap 16. No, Mitch doesn't go for it again. That was a great opportunity for Mitch, and Francis now doesn't quite have the slipstream on to get past, and Spine is going to hold on to this 5th place for now. Spine now laps left to try and close that gap to Lambo and Janul, but he is doing that already. So to get this podium, Lambo and Janul actually battling for the last place on the podium. Mitch still on the back of Michael. That might be a reason why Mitch isn't going for certain moves. Michael seems to be desynching slightly across the track, so we will just keep an eye on that. But with 6 laps to go, Mitch is pretty much in the situation of now or never. His rival is still just outside the points, but one more retirement will see him jump back into the points. But one singular point isn't going to do much to Mitch's lead in the championship. Michael, but he's done a very, very good job to hold Mitch off this entire race. But now it seems like that lead is going to go here on lap 17 as we go through the first corner. Mitch right on the tail of Michael. But is he too close? Because Eau Rouge is a very difficult... Oh, Spine does the fastest lap of the race, and now the gap is 3.7 from him to Lambo. So he has closed that rapidly in 2 sectors. He's closed about a second and a half. So Mitch now, DRS, he's lifting. He's just following Michael. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. He's saving ERS. That is what he's doing. He's saving ERS for the last lap, where he's going to go Hail Mary at Michael He's just sitting behind him. That is why he hasn't been overtaking the last couple of laps. He's just slipstreaming him with 0 ERS. Very smart idea from Mitch. But we'll go back to the battle for P4 then. As it stands, Lambo still behind Janul. Lambo's tyres 3 laps older than Janul, as Janul started on the softs and Lambo actually went on the, I think he started on the supers. So Spine is closing in on them, but how quickly I don't know. He's losing time down the straight, so that is the only thing for Spine. He's losing time with the without the toe, but he is closing rapidly through that middle sector. So that's what he needs to do. He just needs to gain as much as he can in that middle sector, so that it doesn't compromise him too much down the straight. Is he going to be within a chance to get this podium? Who knows? It just depends on how quickly he can catch up to the back of Lambo. But Lambo, once again... Oh, he's gone for a move! That is very late from Lambo. And he does get a stop-go for exceeding track limits as well. That is very, very late from Lambo. And, yeah. Wow, I'm just astonished he's even gone for that, really. And the stop-go, he cut the track and got a stop-go for it. He won't have to serve it. He may put it in the stewards to get removed, but we will have to see. But at the moment, that moves Spine up to 4th place, and he is only 1.8 seconds behind these guys now, so it is getting very, very tight for Spine, who actually, with 4 and a bit laps left for this Grand Prix, might actually, well, should be able to catch up to these guys. Neo and Francis are swapping positions, and Francis holds on to that 6th place. But look at Spine now. He's right in the back of that shot with the McLaren and the Toro Rosso. The McLaren is pretty much pushing that Toro Rosso round. Don't know how. That's not how the Toro S should be working. But look at Spine, 1.3. He's going to be probably in DRS by the end of this lap. And you have to think, by the end of the next lap, he's going to be right up Lambo's tail, if not in front of him. So, what can these two do to hold off this charging Sauber, who is really, really pushing? And he's got the strategy exactly right. Mediums, he took them a very long way to lap 14. And then he's put on super softs, but he has to do this because the super softs go off very early. He has to get this move done very, very quickly. He's got probably another 2-3 laps left in his tyres, with about that left in the race, but they are going to fall off very quickly after that point, and he just needs to make sure he gets ahead. Michael, another fastest lap of the race, but Mitch right there again, still following Michael, but Spine now right on the back of this battle in the DRS range, 6 tenths behind, and he has got a real chance on the next lap of overtaking Lambo, and then he's got a real shot at Janot, I think. I don't think he's going to get Lambo down the straight. I don't think he's got enough of a slipstream, but he's closer to Lambo than Lambo is to Janot, and Mitch actually makes the move this time. Mitch goes into the lead of the race and doesn't back off. Stay in the slipstream. He goes for it this time, and Mitch back into the lead. And now, can he pull off enough of a gap on Michael to keep him behind for the rest of the race? It's already 5 tenths, and Neo battling once again with Francis, and Francis stays ahead once again. That battle has been going on for a while, but look at Poe. Poe is still there, but I think Poe does have that penalty. Spine still on the back of these two. Hasn't been able to do anything on Lambo yet. But, yeah, he's definitely closer to Lambo than... Well, they're about even, actually. But Lambo, very slow through Puon. And now, Neo. Oh, Francis is backwards at Puon. Leaf goes past and Rick goes past as well. Very smart from Francis to let them go. But he's now actually going to have to hold off McSendit for the last couple of laps, is he? No, he's retired. So McSendit has made his way back into the points. But Michael now on the back of Mitch again with the slipstream. Michael might get back past this next lap on lap 20. But look at Spine. Spine, Lambo. Lambo is side by side with Janul. Lambo goes late on the brakes. And is he ahead? Janul just ahead, I want to say. They are. And look at the exit Spine got. He's got past Janul. And now he's right on the back of Lambo. Is he going to overtake Lambo into turn 1 here? Spine down the inside of Lambo. Lambo going for the switchback. Lambo is going to get the switchback. And Lambo, is he ahead? No. Spine is just ahead. and Spine is onto the podium with 2 and a bit laps to go. But now the DRS is all going to be with Lambo and Janul right on the back of this Sauber. Can the Sauber hold off? He goes to the inside. With the DRS, Lambo is ahead. Janul goes back ahead. But can Spine do anything about that? No, he cannot. So he loses both positions after he brilliantly got them in the first place. He's going to lose them just because of the slipstream. Michael got back ahead of Mitch. So Michael back into the lead of the race. But I'm sorry, I'm not showing the lead battle. I'm showing this one because this one is absolutely enthralling at the moment. Lambo ahead of Janul still, as Janul tried it. But Neo actually is now coming back into, well, maybe coming back into this battle. But Spine needs to go and get back past these two again. But he needs to time it right so that he gets ahead of one, but not the other, by the time that we reach turn 1. Last lap he was kind of forced into that move, but this lap he's got more of a say in what he can do, as Janot is a bit far back from Lambo. But is Spine closing? Spine is not closing on Janot. Janot is closing on Lambo. We'll see what happens at the chicane. Nothing. But Janot looks for it. He does look at that gap. Lambo's slightly left the gap for Janot. But yeah, these guys in order still. And Spine really couldn't do anything in that middle sector. It's very hard to overtake in that middle sector. There is probably one corner where you can get a good overtake, and that's the Fanya. So up the hill goes Spine, and he's not close enough really to make another move. But Mitch is back ahead of Michael, but that could be bad. Mitch has to really hold him off on the next lap, or really push away on this lap. Lambo with Janul again. Lambo's going to completely squeeze him off the track. I don't know what Lambo was doing, but he completely squeezed Janul off the track there. But look at Spine behind. He's trying to find a gap where he could maybe make an overtake. Or maybe he's hoping that these two do a bit more than an overtake and push the limit a bit too much. Here comes Spine. Is he close enough to Janot? No, he's backed out of that one. But look at Neo now. Neo within a second of Spine. So we're going to have DRS on the next lap. Look at Spine. He's got the the outside line for Fanya. Can he hold it around the outside? No, he cannot. And Janot just holds on to that position once again. But now the toe down the back straight, Janot close to Lambo again. I do not know the penalty situation, but Michael is closing back up to Mitch again. Look at them. They're pushing each other once again on this final lap of the Grand Prix. And Mitch has got a good drive at the final corner, and he's got a 6/10 gap now. Is that going to be enough to hold Michael off on this last lap of the Grand Prix? This is really, he's got this chance into the Lecombe chicane, Michael, and he's got a chance down at the bus stop chicane as well. But now Janul right on the back with Spine up the inside. Is he going to get that? No, he's going to have to tuck in again. Sorry about not watching Michael, but Michael is too far behind to make a move into Lecombe. So we're going to go back on this battle. But, oh, Lambo got a penalty, as did Spine. So both of them got penalties. That is not good for Spine. He was looking to get this position, and Janot is now ahead. Spine on the brakes. Is he going to get Lambo? No, he's not. And look at Neo now. Neo is right in contention still for this podium. I don't know who has the penalties. I think Neo definitely has one, though. Spine has definitely one. Lambo has one. I haven't seen Janot get one. But Lee has been overtaken by McSendit. So McSendit now getting 2 points from this race. But this train of cars, we have Michael as well. Really, really close to the back of Mitch. This is the last lap attempt for Michael. Spine being overtaken by Neo. And Spine has crashed as he clipped Poe. Poe has gone on. So Spine has crashed at Puan. I don't know if he was forced into the crash. But look at Michael now. We're going to go on board with Michael. He gets the toe. He's in overtake mode. Is he close enough to Mitch to make a move? He's going to go late on the brakes, surely. But no, I think he's a bit too far back. He is. Mitch, surely. Oh, Michael goes for it. And he's not going to get the position. Mitch is going to cross the line to be first. at the Belgian Grand Prix and extend his championship lead again. Spine has now been overtaken by McSender, but Lambo ahead of Janot, as Janot is off at the final chicane, and Neo is going to go through as well. But which one had them penalties? Janot gets the final one. Even though he had a stop-go, it didn't pad it on. Poe jumps up to 4th, Rick up to 5th. McSender is going to stay 8th, I want to say. But Neo drops down to 7th because of the penalties, and Lambo down to 6th. Lambo crossed the line in 3rd place, but that is your Belgian Grand Prix. It got manic towards the end with all the battles, and I am literally out, well, nearly out of breath. My head is going, my voice is going, after what it was a fantastic Belgian Grand Prix. The weather didn't play its part like Div 2, but the drivers definitely did play their part. Mitch on the top step of the podium once again. Michael held him fair and square for a lot of that race, but Mitch just timed his overtake to perfection and is coming away with the win. Michael might have felt hard done by, but both of them deserve big credit for that. And Janot drove a fantastic race, even if he did have an unserved stop-go, which I don't know if that got added on, but we will have to check as we check the the results now. So Mitch comes home 2 tenths ahead of Michael. Then there is Janot, who actually I think he keeps that. Poe in 4th, Rick in 5th. Good drive from Rick. Lambo in 6th, Neo in 7th. McSender actually ended up finishing in 8th, with Spine in 9th. Who Spine was actually 3rd, battling with those guys at the front, but had that spin at Pouan. We've got Lee in 10th place, wrapping up the points, and then the non-finishers / disconnected are Marquises, Francis, Ollie, Cantera, Zoom, and Killer Blue, who went really early in this race. But yeah, that has been the Belgian Grand Prix, guys. If you haven't, Div 3 is still going on now, and it's the last few minutes of Div 3, so please go check that out. And Div 1 will be back next week at the Italian Grand Prix, which might be even more exciting than this. But I hope to see you there, guys.